Hey everyone, it's Liz. I'm here to talk some more about my cross-stitching adventures. I have not picked up a crochet hook or a knitting needle or spun anything lately. The cross-stitch bug has been way too strong, so that is all I've been working on. So that's what we're going to show you today. Um, all right, my last video, everything was crazy, and that has finally slowed down a little bit. So, still summer, still, spending a lot of time at the lake, but the crazy is over. My nephew is now living with us, which is different for people who don't have children to suddenly have a 20-year-old in the house. But we're doing good and we're enjoying each other's company. So that is turning out really well. And he's loving his new job, and we'll get him out into an apartment sometime soon. So that's all great. I've made some decisions, particularly about overextending myself. So right now, as you all know who've been watching, I'm doing the HAED Stitch Along this year. I'm also doing the Runner Stitchers Whip Challenge, Whip into Shape, and I was doing Whipgo. I have decided Whipgo is going to take a back burner until I'm feeling more able to stitch on those things. Um, I started working on the June projects actually in July, and honestly wasn't loving it. And I decided that my time is too precious to be unhappy. So you won't hear so much about Whipgo for a bit. Keeping track of what's been called, and I will work on those things as I have time, but I think I want to spend more time stitching on what I want to stitch on. So that's gonna be a little bit of a change. So I did start working on a Whipgo project. Thomas Kincaid was called in June and July, which I think is part of why I was like, I don't like things being called so much. So I'm working on the Forest Chapel. This is just, I love this picture. It's beautiful. But these Candamar kits are wild. So this one actually says that they give you enough floss to stitch 3-ply. I'm not doing that. I can't stand that. It was 14 count, so I've switched that out because we don't like 14 count. At least I don't like 14 count. So I'm using this, I think it's 16 that I pulled out of somewhere. I honestly don't know what I did. And this is all I have done. It's not very much. I started this a while back. We were on a trip, and I took it with me because I thought it would be something easy to work on. But I mean, these colors, they're not showing quite true to life, but they're just drab. They're drab. And then there's this little bit of orange coming in. So it's just, I don't know, I'm not happy with it. The other thing is these kits are the ones that come with all of the floss in bundles. And then it says bundle one, you can tell because it has X color in it, right? It's like bundle one has white and bundle two has red or whatever. And when I was separating them, the number of strands they told me were in each bundle did not match. So that just made me question the whole thing. So going into this questioning, and honestly, in this picture, you can see that the corner I'm working on right here is drab. So, I mean, it's coming out the way it's supposed to, I guess. But anyways, I was working on that and I just wasn't loving it. I wasn't having a good time. So I got in 3 or 4 of the 5 days I'm supposed to work on Whipgo. So I still need to do a little more work on it, and I will come back. But I said, you know what? Life is short, walk away. So that's what I did. So I went to this one. This is my curiosity. I call it bookshelf cats, generally what I'm talking about. This is an old Bucilla from the 90s. I actually started it when I was in college, which would be 94-ish. Uh, oh, it came out in 96, so 96. Um, yeah. So this is being done on an 18 count. I restarted this from the original, which looked terrible. I did get a nice amount of work done in this. These books in here are what I did. And I'm quite happy with this. It just looks so much better on 14 count. There are just so many holes. You could see the white through. It was white 14 count Ada. That was just, ugh. Um, and there's still plenty enough floss. I'll have no problem finishing this. I had to replace black, which I have a cone sitting right next to me. So that was not a problem. So that's what I did to make myself happier. And that worked. It actually did work. It brought the stitching bug back. Although, you know, what I think is really making the stitchy bug hide a little bit is the fact that I'm working on the wonderful but kind of crazy HAED stitch along. This is my picture. First time showing on the tablet. Doesn't work so great, but this is their mock-up of the pieces I have so far. So you can see that I'm definitely missing still a section. We're on section 3 out of 4. I am way past the 6 pages, 6 full pages that I need to get all the free patterns. So I've got that done. I'm just working towards a finish now. And this is where I am. So these colors are just crazy. They're amazing. I mean, seriously, look at these colors. They're so gorgeous. So I'm putting in about 300 stitches a day on this, which puts me at a pace to way finish this on time. But that 300 stitches a day, that's a lot for me, guys. Monogamous stitching is not my thing. People who've been watching me from the beginning should know. I am one of those people, I jump from project to project whenever I feel like it. So this has been tough, but I'm doing it. So I'm finishing out this page here. It's actually a page in a strip, like a 9. This strip is like 9 stitches, which is ridiculous, but that's how it ended up being done. And then I've got 2 more pages here, and then, you know, we'll get the rest when we get that 4th piece, which will be October 1st. So yeah, definitely working towards a finish here. This is on 25 count white Lugana. It's 1/1. And honestly, the detail in this, I mean, you can hardly see the single stitches because it's so small, but the detail that I've gotten is amazing. And the colors, it's just so vivid and bright and beautiful. The confetti is a little maddening in places, but I've been jumping around, as you can see by where I've been working on this particular page. I just do what makes me feel happy in the moment. So I'm not diagonal. I'm not extreme cross country by color. I just kind of do nearby colors so that I don't mess up count, because I do not want to frog. Frogging for me is like the worst. So I would rather just kind of stick in that section, do whatever color is nearest, and go on. So that's how I'm doing it. All right. Another one that I'm working on, I'm going to take this out of the frame real quick because it is actually missing a little bit. So I am working on Andrew the Runner Stitcher's Whip into Shape Challenge. And I will show you what the full picture is going to look like. This is Visit Lothlorien, which is by Country Magic Cross Stitch or Country Magic Stitch, one of those. So this is what it's going to look like when it is, wow, that glare from my windows is insane, but that's what it's going to look like when it's done. Of course, the computer or the camera is not enjoying all those colors, but that's okay. And here's where I'm at. So, oh wow, that looks so washed out. Colors are a little better than that. You can really see the glow in the windows. It's like yellow and orange. Let me see if I get it closer, if that helps it a little. Yeah, it helps it a little bit. So, been working on this with Andrew's marathon training. So this is actually all the stitches for this week. Today is Thursday, but what I've been doing is writing down how many stitches are required each day at the beginning of the week. And I know Andrew changes it sometimes, and I'm just saying, yeah, well, whatever. If he changes it for him, but not for me. So I'm getting them done kind of in one day, which works better for me. This week it was like, trying to look at where I wrote it down. This week it was a rest day on Monday and then 50 stitches for 3 days and then 80 stitches and then 130. And I don't want to pull a project out and do 50 stitches. So I'm just doing them all at once. That's working for me and it keeps me happy. So this is very close to a completion. There's a lot of background fill, so I think within a couple weeks here, I'll have it done, depending on how many miles Andrew is running. But I'm guessing, as he's ramping up his training, that we'll be getting some more miles going. So uh, we'll be getting that done. All right, so I only have one more project. But I decided that I would do a video just to keep it fresh here. And not make you wait too long for me to gather up more stuff. So, last time I talked about the fact that we were going to two Metallica concerts here in Denver. We went to both days of their no repeat weekend, which was amazing. Honestly, amazing. I know it's not everybody's speed, and that's cool. For me, Metallica they're just a very musical band, actually, which seems counterintuitive. You think heavy metal is just, screaming and making noise, but actually they are incredibly musical, um, and just beautiful music. So we had a lot of fun. What they do with this tour, and I didn't know this until afterwards, is they get local artists to do artwork for each stop along the way. So there is specific artwork, and I really didn't know it changed by the day. So there were two different pieces of art that you could get either as a poster or as t-shirt. The second day we got in the merch line and it was long. I think we waited 45 minutes to get to the front, only to find out we couldn't get the t-shirt with the artwork. So it was very sad, because it's cool and it's very Colorado. Um, and I just loved it. But we were sitting in our seats kind of waiting for the show to start. And I said to my husband, well, fine, I'll just get the picture and stitch it. And he kind of laughed and was like, uh-huh, that would be cool. And then I think he didn't think another thing of it. So I did. I got someone to put this together for me. Now, I'm a little sad that this won't show up as nice. Probably need to turn my brightness down, but I'm new to this tablet, so I'm not even going to attempt that while I'm recording. But this is the artwork. I'm trying to get that glare off without getting too much more. It's just it's so Metallica, but it's also pretty Denver. You've got a guy riding a bear. The second day, it was actually a bighorn sheep, which was great too. But this one I just loved. I love this bear. So, and the other bears around it. So I got Sam at Mod Cross Stitch to chart this for me, and of course paid him for his charting. This is for my own use, so only I will be stitching this. Um, and I mean, that's the mock-up. That's the mock-up of this art. So it did a beautiful job. So of course, as soon as it came right away, I had to get it up and get going. So this is where I'm at. It's not much. It's not much. It's 1%. Right now, I'm about 1% of the pattern. So it will be pretty large. But it's coming together so great already. I'm so excited. There's a bit of confetti, of course, with this kind of thing. These glasses are making me nuts. They're brand new. So there's going to be some work here. It's 100 colors. And as you can imagine, these colors are very brown. Someone made a comment like, wow, that's a lot of brown. And yep, I mean, this is my collection. I haven't done anything with them yet. I've just been grabbing them as I need them. But I mean, this color collection, you see a lot of light, white, tan, brown, red, grays. Yep, pretty much every shade of that. So it's going to be it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to stitch. I'm already loving it. And I'm at that stage, you know, when you're in a new project and you're like, ooh, do I want to do this bit? Like I can finish some more sky across the top. Do I want to work over to the lettering? Do I want to do the hill on the side? Like, you know, so many choices. So I'm still in that super excited phase. So this is taking up a lot of my time because, yeah, I'm still super excited about it. And I'm keeping it a secret from my husband. I mean, kind of an open secret. I'm just sitting here working on it. It's not my fault that he never comes into my office, or if he does, he's not very observant. So he has no idea. I think once I get the letters started, he'll figure it out. But I'm just not saying anything and seeing how long it takes him to notice what I'm working on. This is white 25 count Lugana. It's the exact same Lugana that I'm working on Jelly World with, and I'm doing it 1/1. So, I mean, stay tuned for this because, yeah, right now I'm kind of filling in this bit of the of that hillside, but oh, I don't know. Might have to work over towards those letters because I'm kind of excited for that. So that's it. That's all I have. So yeah, we'll see how I do the next couple weeks. You know, end of summer is just so busy. It's the middle of July right now, but it comes fast, and we are just so social during the summer. We're out every weekend at the lake, which I do take some stitching out there, but the big stuff is kind of hard to deal with. And then, you know, you're outside, you're sweaty, you're even on our boat, you know, you're really outside because we have a pontoon. So I make sure I have plenty of shade, obviously, since I've red hair and red skin. But you know, you're still kind of in the elements, and that I feel like that's not real conducive for a big piece when you've got like a big piece of Ada, you're trying to keep it, or Lugana, you're trying to keep it clean. You don't want to sweat on it. I don't want to get sunscreen on it. So I don't get a lot of stitching time on the weekends when we're at the lake. But still managing my 300 stitches a day at all costs. You guys have no idea. I will stay up late. I will do whatever I have to do to get those 300 stitches a day. So anyways, I've rambled enough. Thanks for watching and happy stitching to all of you.